Annihilator right now seems to be getting the worst end of the stick. Annihilator busy complaining again about the tight pull.
I told you he was getting the man by the tights.
I just think it's something for Annihilator to complain about. Normally we recognize that as a stalling tactic on Annihilator's part. Collar and elbow tie-up. Scott pushes Annihilator into the ropes. Oh, big whip. No, both wrestlers off the ropes. Oh, Scott ducks it. Oh, and Annihilator ties up into the ropes. Misses the flip of Scott Summers.
That also shows you that Annihilator has not only size,
very astute ring savvy. Annihilator's smart enough to keep all of that moving until he figures out what Scott Summers is trying to set up. Figures he can't counter it and stops the move.
That shows his ring.
Very savvy ring experience by Annihilator, I will give you that.
Exactly. And of course, taking wise advice from the expertise of Silverado.
Interested in Scott Summers' tactics as this match progresses. He's obviously got some sort of a plan to wear Annihilator down. Annihilator in his usual fine complaining form.
Scott's wanting to get a test of strength. I think that's a test that he can't pass with a big man like Annihilator.
Yes, both wrestlers stepping in for the test of strength now. There they go, torquing it down. Oh! Scott Summers pushes Annihilator into the ring. Both men going to work. Oh, and Annihilator brings Scott Summers to his knees. Oh, follows it up with the boot to the chest.
I told you that was a test that he wouldn't be able to pass with the
Oh, reaches in now. Sets him up. Big body slam.
Driving him through the mats.
Scott Summers, of course, weighs 250 pounds. That's a lot of weight moving into that ring. Annihilator follows it up with a couple of big boots, and Scott Summers is in trouble. No doubt Scott is also suffering from the mysterious disappearance of Colonel Tom Parman. We haven't seen him at ringside for quite some time now. Still no word as to what's happened to that fine Southern gentleman.
I don't miss him a bit. I am a fine Southern gentleman, not Parman.
Well, I have to worry about anybody that would deal with Silverado. There can't be anything fine about that.
You notice that Annihilator's working diabolically and methodically against Scott Summers.
Oh, nice roll-up by Scott Summers, but Annihilator able to kick out. And then at ringside comes Tennessee Rebel with Goliath, the largest man in the World Wrestling Empire.
And what are they doing out here?
Probably here to keep an eye on Silverado and what is the Exterminator?
Eliminator.
Eliminator. Okay.
Get it right, Ledge.
Scott Summers looking for some support from the crowd now. Oh, nice flip. That right there really tears up that hamstring in that knee area.
Definitely would be
goes to work.
Hyperextension in there.
Eliminator. I asked about it. I was trying to figure it out.
Scott Summers locks in the figure 4 on it.
All right, this is Scott's big finishing move. He can torque this down. This may be one of the few times we'll see Annihilator actually give up. This submission hold is almost impossible to break. But let it be known that Annihilator does have the upper body strength and able to cope in this situation. We'll see if he can take advantage of it. He's going to try to flip Scott over now. There he goes. Working it in.
Annihilator gets the reversal. What that does is reverse the pressure because Scott's knees are down against the mat with Annihilator's weight pushing down on him. So now Scott is in pain, losing agony, baby.
Exactly. Annihilator is really torquing it down on that hold. Oh, but Scott's able to get him on over. Annihilator gets to the ropes, and the referee orders the hold broken.
He doesn't appear to be making any effort to break it.
Scott's got a 3 count to break the hold. Clean break by the former World Wrestling Empire heavyweight champion Scott Summers. Annihilator rolls out of the ring into his entourage. You know, right there is a good example of just how huge Goliath is. Annihilator came and hit him at the chin when he looked him in the eyes.
That might be an interesting confrontation.
An even 7 foot. No takers for Annihilator. Oh, and Scott Summers is outside the ring now going to work on Annihilator. Silverado and the Eliminator don't seem to be able to be of much assistance at this point.
That shows you what a clean wrestler Scott
Scott's setting up. He's up on the top rope now. Setting it up. Annihilator still. Oh, Scott misses with 11th elbow drop.
That's what he gets for not letting Annihilator take the time to get back in the ring.
Scott trying to finish Annihilator off early with that flying elbow, and Annihilator's using those ropes to torque down a chokehold.
That wasn't a chokehold, that was a chin lock.
That was a chokehold, and that's why the referee ordered it broken. Annihilator with a big chop to the chest of Scott Summers. Scott appears to have the wind knocked out of him at this point.
Well, he came down from probably 8 or 10 feet in the air on that mat. That would definitely knock the wind out of him. Look at that.
Big suplex, and Annihilator throws Scott Summers onto the mat.
Annihilator specializes in high-impact moves. He's in for the pin. 1, 2.
Oh, nice move by Scott Summers, able to reverse that. Gets that leg scissors around Annihilator's head, but Annihilator's able to get into the ropes, and the referee orders the hold broken.
Scott must be winded. He's taking his time getting back
Must
to
be come to the pit. Oh, here we go again. Annihilator's trying to call timeout in professional wrestling. While it's a great stalling tactic, it is kind of ridiculous for him to expect us to believe that the referee's going to give him a timeout.
You know, Ledge, as much as I don't approve of Scott Summers' tactics there, you must point out that professional wrestling is the only sport where you are allowed to kick a man when he's down. And that part I do like.
Part of the brutality of the World Wrestling Empire. That's why the difference is obvious. Referee Doug McCoy counts Annihilator back into the ring. Annihilator quickly over to Scott Summers, pushes him into the turnbuckle, sets him up with a couple of good blows to the midsection, a big arm to the back of Scott Summers' head.
He's right in front of Goliath. You think maybe Annihilator is sending Goliath a message?
I don't know. As of yet, I know of nobody making any efforts to wrestle Goliath.
Looks like Annihilator has hurt the lower part of the spine there. Annihilator taking his time. He's methodical.
Annihilator will get warned here about those closed fists. Referee Doug McCoy jumps in the middle. He's wanting to duke it out with Scott Summers. Oh, and Scott sets the referee up on the turnbuckle. They line it up, and here they go. They're going to slug it out.
Referee Doug McCoy is in to try to break
Nice jab by Scott Summers.
McCoy may get caught in the middle of something.
Oh, and it looks like a fist fight in the World Wrestling Empire.
Why isn't Doug McCoy making him open up his fist there? Now Annihilator sets McCoy up on the ropes. Annihilator throwing the shots, gut shots. Boot kind of low to Annihilator.
The referee's ordering the bell rung.
Scott Summers, that shows you what kind of man he is. The referee calls for the bell and Scott Summers will not let up.
The referee's ordered the bell rung. We'll get an indication from the ring. Oh, we got a double disqualification for the fist fight. Oh, Scott Summers is still. Oh, Silverado comes in with the leg drop.
That shows you the intelligence of Silverado. There's always a game plan.
Scott Summers is down in the middle of the ring. Both wrestlers have already been disqualified.
Summers should have left it well enough.
Annihilator reaches in with a chokehold. Eliminator and Tennessee Rebel are going out to the ringside. They're up on the side of the ring, duking it out.
Rebel is...
What's going on here? It's going nuts everywhere. Silverado making his mark in the Empire, jumping in there, doing a little damage to Scott Summers, and now they're over going to work on the Tennessee Rebel. So, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Tennessee Rebel's got his hands.
Oh, and Annihilator working at Scott Summers. Oh, my goodness. What a match. I'll tell you, we're going to take a few seconds to get a word in from our sponsors to let the referees sort this out. Maybe get security involved, get these guys broke out. That was a double disqualification by referee Doug McCoy. This is the World Wrestling Empire. I'm the Ledge with Devlin Blanchard. We're going to take a short pause for the cause. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.